What if your identity is shaped by who you are as a person, what lights you up every day? What if you can find an identity that makes your life meaningful and full of purpose? In this video, we are going to pause for a moment to reflect, and I'll share actionable steps for you to create a life that's meaningful, full of purpose for you. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lydia, transitioning from a banking background to eventually building my own startup in the climate technology scene, being also a content creator, part-time YouTuber, and someone who cares deeply about making an impact. Discovering the values that truly grounded me is something that I have found that changed my life over and over again. So I want you to have that too. Let's dive right in. It's really easy to let our job define us. Think about it. Whenever you meet someone new, you ask, what do you do? But here's the thing, jobs can change, companies restructure, careers pivot. And if your identity tied solely to your job, what happens if your job changes? That's why I think building an identity that matters to you, that represents who you are as a person rather than what you do for your work, and build an identity outside of work can really give you the resilience and the backbone and keep you grounded for the life that you want to build for yourself. For me, my identity has many branches. It's like a tree. Climate is one branch for me. I'm also a healthy person, I'm also a mindful person, I'm a reader, and someone who values growth and connection. These are the things that keeps me grounded so that I can actually build this tree, identity tree for myself that always remind me what's important for me and let myself grow in different directions. So then that actually keeps me grounded no matter what happens in life. Let's pause for a moment and reflect together. Close your eyes if you're comfortable, or just sit quietly together with me. Let's start with a deep breath. Breathe in slowly through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold it for a count of 2. Now breathe out through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2. Now exhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your shoulders relax as you let go of any tension. Take one more deep breath in and out. Now imagine it's 5 years from now. Picture yourself waking up in a place you love. A home that feels like you. Maybe it's surrounded by nature. Maybe it's in a big city. Or maybe it's somewhere in between. The sun is streaming through the window and you feel a deep sense of calm. Life feels purposeful, aligned. You're not rushing to answer emails or think about to-do lists. Instead, you're focused on what matters to you. Now, imagine how you spend your day. What kind of work brings you fulfillment? Who are you with? Spending time together. How are you contributing to something bigger than yourself? Think about the person you've become, the values that you live by, and the habits that you've built, the relationship you've nurtured. Picture how your friends and family describe you. What kind of impact have you made on the people around you? Or even further, take another deep breath in and out. Hold on to the vision for a moment. That's the identity you can start building today, piece by piece, step by step. It's only at the beginning of 2025. I believe you can do it, and let's do it together. Finding a purpose is not something that happens overnight. It's like a journey. But there are 3 steps that can help you start. Step number 1, reflect what lights you up. Ask yourself, what makes you feel alive? What's something that you would do even if no one paid you? What was the last time you genuinely feel happy? Step number 2, ask for others for insights. So there's this book I like a lot. It's called The Portfolio Life by Christina Wallace. She's an entrepreneur. She's also a lecturer now in Harvard Business School. She also described herself as a human Venn diagram because she has so many different identities. She's an entrepreneur, she's a lecturer. So I think at the beginning of her career, she also dances, so she has a lot of creative energy around her. In her book, The Portfolio at Life, she suggests that ask your friends 3 questions to figure out who you are. Number 1 is, when have you seen me the happiest? Number 2 is, what do you come to me for? Number 3 is, where do I stand out against my peers? So I've been trying to use these questions to also ask my friends to figure out who I am and what kind of strengths that I have in terms of how to identify my identity and what's the strongest identity I should develop and nurture further. These reflections is really helpful. I can identify common themes when I talk to my friends. I believe you're the same. I suggest you every single time when you have coffee with your friends, try to incorporate that exercise naturally to your conversation with your friends. That would be really helpful. Step 3 is explore above your comfort zone. Sometimes it might be difficult for us to discover who we are as a person and what kind of things that really lights us up just by sitting by ourselves. It's helpful to have reflection, but it's also gonna be really helpful if you go out there, join community, talk to people, build relationships, attend events, and join courses you have never taken. So those are really can be something helpful as well. So take a moment to reflect. What's the one thing that your friends associate with you? Drop in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Once you start building the identity, it becomes a guidance for everything you do in life, right? Whether it's in your career, your relationship, and how you go through your everyday. For example, if your identity is more creative, maybe it's a time to start a side passion project. Maybe some people, I've known people who are selling just man-made stuff, handcrafted stuff on Instagram. Some people, maybe they have a personal website, maybe in their spare time they're also a photographer. You never know, right? Because I think people always think of one person as who they are for their job, but actually we're all multifaceted, interesting human beings. We can definitely build identities that resonate with us. If your identity is what you love is helping others, maybe it's time to sign up for a volunteer group, or maybe it's time you can start your own charity, your own volunteer group, your own community, anything. Yesterday I was in Lisbon in this coffee shop. My friend, she's trying to give me this flyer of her running club, so shout out to her running club. Is link here if you want to join if you're in Lisbon. This is such a great way to just do something else outside of work, right? When you meet people too, you also build something. I imagine for her, she loves running, so then she also loves making new friends, meeting people, so that's something all in one. It's a brilliant idea. So for me, one of the biggest turning points is to realize that no matter what I do, climate, it will be my core identity. It's something that non-negotiable for me. So if you're actually interested in that part of the story, I have this video here that I talk about my climate journey and why I work in climate, and please head over there. And this is not about convincing everyone to work in climate. It's about helping you find your version of your meaningful work, and no matter what that looks like. You may enjoy your 9-to-5 job, you may enjoy your corporate life, you have a routine, you have a team. It's about creating a well-rounded structure and help you to identify that little spark in your life, that little sense of self that's outside of what the society give it to you. That small voice at the back of your mind and say, hey, I'm here, I really want to do this, and that. So this video isn't about rejecting your job. I wanted to help you create a life that's rooted in who you are, not just what you do. What's one identity that you want to cultivate, explore, and build on this year? Let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to hear how that shapes your life from this point onward. And if this video resonates with you, share with someone who might need a little bit of encouragement. And let's build a community of people who aren't afraid to define themselves for their own lives, on their own terms. I really appreciate you watching to the end of this video. This is Lydia, and my channel is all about creating a meaningful life, remember the best moments in life. And myself, I have transitioned from banking to climate tech entrepreneur, and I'm also a digital nomad. I split my time mainly between Lisbon and London right now. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video.